Hello and welcome to my Tuesday morning. It's about 8:15. I need to go and do some work in my boyfriend's works company office for a couple of days. He's going to come by here between 9 and 9:30, he said. Anyway, I'm making coffee. I haven't long since woken up and I'm feeling a bit not quite with it yet. My apple pie came out a bit sweet because I didn't do it on camera, but I chucked a bit more sugar in as well, and I shouldn't have. I really shouldn't have. I should have just left it to the way I was doing it and it would have been fine. But IB will probably like it all the more for the extra sweetness. I'm one coffee deep. I've been doing my Duolingo, only Portuguese though, and then I thought, I've got an idea, because I'm trying to get these gigs in Lisbon for my band realistically at the beginning of next year. And well, I chickened out of calling the bar back last night because I thought it's only going to be noisier and busier in there. Number one objective is to be able to communicate, and if they're just like, sorry, I can't hear you, sorry, could you speak up a bit, like, it's just not going to work out. But I've got a friend who works out there, so I'm on Messenger to him now. And also I want to know, this is a bit geeky, geek alert, but you know, I'm doing Brazilian Portuguese. Really, I want to learn European Portuguese, but it's so hard to get decent resources for it that I've given in. I'm just doing Brazilian. And I've booked myself on a course. I forgot to tell you, I've actually booked myself on a Brazilian Portuguese course starting in a few weeks. I am so excited. Anyway, he's been learning Brazilian Portuguese himself, even though he lives in Portugal, so it's a completely different version of Portuguese spoken out there. So I want to know how he's been getting on with it, so I'm picking his brains about that. But also he works as a musician in Lisbon, so I'm asking him for advice on the best way to get in touch, and in doing so totally not getting dressed and ready for IB. But anyway, IB is coming at 9:30, which is in 35 minutes, and he's going to come in, he's going to have some apple pie and a cup of tea, and then we're going to go at 10. Nearly 9:30 now. I'm packing up, laptop, diary, made a start. I did actually tidy my room the other day, tidied my desk, cleaned it all off, dusted it down. That's not like me, is it? I liked it though. And do you remember I was in Wilko in Cardiff Centre the other day, and I was looking at this concertina folder thing that was like an upright one, like one that would stand up that way on a desk, but with like a concertina-y sort of thing to it. Well, I've decided I want one for my loose papers. I've got loose papers under there, obviously private, so not showing, but I reckon I could fit it in there, you know, next to my backup hub. Because I've always got loose papers that are imminently needing dealing with, but unrelated to each other. And they haven't really got anywhere to go. What I tend to do is just put them right by my workspace so I don't forget about them, even though I've got them all in my diary to do anyway. It's just a habit, but I could, yeah, have that as like a working desk folder. Next time I go to Wilko, I'm gonna get it. Isabella's sorted out more stuff for the charity for me, so she's just dumped that there. There's a whole television that works in there. I don't know what to do with that. I think cash generators would take it, but I don't know if they'd give us any money for it, 'cause it's super old. It came from somewhere like that in the first place for, I don't know, 40 quid or something like that, but a long time ago that was like her childhood telly. But she said, I don't need it. I watch everything on my phone, on my laptop, or my iPad. I really don't need a great big enormous telly taking up space, and I totally agree. I did buy her a projector for Christmas if she ever wanted to have a group of mates over and project stuff, but she never uses it. He's not here yet, he's late, so I'm taking the time to sort out my pencil case. A couple of Sharpies would be handy. Bright pink and blue. Okay, I've sorted it out. Right, in the very little one at the beginning, I've got a Velcro tie, because you always get to a point in your life and you go, oh, I wish I had a Velcro tie. Well, I do, frequently. One single clothes peg. I love these clothes pegs. My boyfriend bought them for me. I got recommended stainless steel clothes pegs from a viewer who put it in the comments, said she would never look back, and honestly I agree. I think they're amazing. I'll leave a link to them in the description below. They're brilliant. They don't break, they don't snap off, they don't shower down onto the garden. They're just amazing. They last forever, and they're so good for food packages and anything. Anyway, I've got a rubber eraser, cartridges for my cartridge pen, and a sharpener, and just a couple of paper clips. In the middle section we've got sticky notes. Isabel bought me this book for Christmas a while ago, and I have used loads of it, but it's just like the magic sticky note book that just keeps giving. So still loads left. In you go. And in the last one, got my tried and trusted, love these. Oh, I love the Bic 4-colour pens. They're nice and chunky, easy to write with. Love them. Tipex, I use a lot of Tipex. A couple of highlighters. Oh no, one highlighter. Well, one's enough really. And also scissors, a couple of Sharpies, a pencil, and my fountain pen, because I love writing with my fountain pen. It just feels so nice and looks so aesthetic. Right, that's the pencil case tour. That's going in my bag. I've got my wooden flute ready to go. That's the one I'm selling. I suppose I could just quickly open that box and just very briefly show it to you, couldn't I? The lady who's seriously thinking about buying it is going to come over to IB's tomorrow at lunchtime to take it away and have it for a week and decide whether she wants to buy it or not. So yeah, it's closer to her to come to IB's. It chops a big amount of driving off the journey because she's coming over from England. Here it is. It's a simple system, so it's the same fingering as a penny whistle, you know, tin whistle, except I had all these extra keys put on. I mean, a lot of them are standard anyway because you can get them with keys, but I've got like an extra, I can't even remember. It's so, I couldn't play it though. I tried to train myself to play it, but the holes are in line, in a straight line, you see, and they're not on mine, my silver one. They're offset. This one is more ergonomic, you know, the silver flute. You do get inline silver flutes, but mine is definitely not it. I've only got little hands. But that said, I bet a lot of people with small hands can play this. I don't know what's the matter with me. I persevered for the longest time. I invested a lot of money in this instrument, had it made. Yeah, anyway. It wasn't to be. There's no sign of IB. It's 10 to 10 now, so he's 20 minutes late. I decided to heat up the rest of my coffee. I was holding off to have my breakfast with him, but I'm wondering now if he's going to turn up and say, oh, I haven't got time now, we're just going to have to head straight off, so I should eat something. But I don't know if he is, or if he's just going to come in and eat something anyway. I don't know. I don't want to eat the apple pie for breakfast because it's too sweet for breakfast. But I've run out of corn cakes. Look, I've got one left. That's not enough for breakfast. Oh, I could have some ready brek though. I'm gonna have ready brek. Did you know Izzy bought this? I've never ever in my life bought her crunchy nut cornflakes or Tesco's honey nut cornflakes because she's got a nut allergy. Turns out it's flipping peanuts. It's not nuts. All her life she could have been having these because she's not allergic to peanuts. She just went and casually bought them for herself, and I was like, Isabel, you can't have those, they've got nuts in. She said, no, they haven't. Have you read the ingredients? It's peanuts. I should have just sent her to the shops all along, shouldn't I? Anyway, she's delighted, obviously. Something new to try. I've just sat down to have my breakfast on the sofa here, and there's a text from IB. 10:45 now. It's gone from 9 till 9:30, and now 10:45. Got 45 minutes. It's frustrating once I've packed everything up. Like most of my productive things I can't do. I've just been sitting here watching a video while I was eating my breakfast done by Kate, who's got a channel called It Starts With a Step, and she lives in London, and she's made a beautiful video of the day the Queen died, and she went up and went to, you know, the place where it was all happening. Beautiful video, I thought, so I shared it on my community post. I could leave a link to it in the description if you like. I know I really haven't talked much about the Queen. I'm just the sort of person that puts negative stuff in a box and just gets on with things, really. I think logically me being upset about it is not gonna help me or anybody else, so I haven't watched anything about it on the news. I've seen it popping up on my like subscription feed on YouTube because that's like my main hub of life. I love my sub feed. Oh, my phone's ringing. That was IB. He's gonna be another 5 minutes. I've completely lost my thread. I was talking about the Queen, wasn't I? I'm not the sort of person that spends time watching the news. I don't watch telly at all. I only have it on when I'm watching something specific with Isabel, which is usually something that she's chosen to watch together, or I watch something specific with IB on catch up. I don't have live TV on, so yeah, I get on with things usually if I'm upset, and I'm rarely completely incapacitated by things. I did lose a best friend when I was very young. When I was about 22, my best friend died in a very tragic way, and I was completely incapacitated with grief about it for ages, absolutely ages. And then one morning I just woke up and I thought, do you know what, I'm fed up with having puffy eyes and a puffy face and just mooning around the place doing nothing. I'm just not going to feel upset anymore. And ever since then, I haven't really been upset by anything. I just kind of don't. I just get on with things. So yeah, I haven't really gone on about it. I don't want to make people miserable on the channel. And when I have watched other people's vlogs about the Queen and how upset they are, like it's starting to get me, you know, like, oh, you know, seeing pictures of her, you know, holding her hand with her late husband and saying I'm coming home to you and stuff like that. I don't want to see it because it's upsetting and can be incapacitating. Not that I feel any personal connection to the Queen. I'm not a royalist. I'm just pro-human. I love people, and so it's very sad when somebody dies. So on that level, I'm sad for it. I'll probably get like a million thumbs downs for that now. But there we are. It's just my honest feeling on the matter. I am very sorry for everybody's loss, and I do feel for the people that are grieving at it at the moment. It is very sad. Right, I'm gonna get on and get ready to get out now. I have relocated to my boyfriend's house. It's about 20 to 12, 25 to 12, something like that now. I just thought I'd come and have a chat with you before I go and start work for the day. Right, so I got some more information about the Queen for you that Mick in my Ceilidh band was telling me. Apparently, she was a great fan of folk dancing, and at one point, she influenced the whole scene of the Ceilidh, or barn dance, whatever you want to call it, in the UK, because she learned at some point to do American square dances. I think she was in Canada. I think he said it was Canada, I could be wrong. And the public got wind of this and were very excited to try it as well. And so at that point, the American square dancing became incorporated into the UK barn dance / Ceilidh scene. So there we are, that's one of her legacies. Right, I'm probably gonna have to turn the camera off to do this work because I'm getting paid by the hour to do it. I'm not used to being paid by the hour. I'm used to being paid per, like, piece, I don't know, per gig or whatever. So yeah, obviously don't wanna fritter away that hour by talking to the camera. Though he did say he doesn't mind if I have it there and pick it up occasionally. Problem is, all over the walls there's like sensitive information, you know, people's car registrations and phone numbers and things like that, so, and names obviously, so it's gonna be awfully awkward. But anyway, I've probably got all sorts of boring things to do today. Oh, what can I probably tell you about? We need to sort out the DART charge, is it? And London congestion charges. Got to get all the vehicles tagged so that they just automatically pay these things, and we're up to our limit on the account and we have to set up a different account, but it's like one of those computer says no things. I tried to set it up last time I was here. I can't remember what I did because it was more than, I don't know, it was like 2 weeks ago or something, so I'll have to look at my notes and see what I did, and then I won't remember. I ended up on the phone to customer services and they said you need to set up a new account from scratch and check a certain box. And when I went to do it, there wasn't that box that they described to check, so I think I've just set up exactly the same account again, but we'll find out today. I hate that. And you just have to muddle through blindly, you know, on a website and keep drawing blanks all the time till you eventually start again, inroad into something. I hate that. It's not my favourite type of work at all. I'd rather just do straightforward filing, it's easier. I'll also be going through receipts and reconciling them against the bank statement, giving them numbers, photographing them, put them into the QuickBooks financial app. Yeah, not my favourite stuff to do, but it needs to be done, doesn't it? And, you know, all part of earning a living. Oh, look, that was vlog-worthy. IB made me a little lunch. Well, I couldn't quite finish it. Ivy is singing in the kitchen. We're going to get to work in a minute. All that burning down my throat is I just ate wholemeal bread again. I'm weird, I am. Anyway, Izzy's medication is sorted. You know, I was having a bit of a saga. Finally got a delivery date, and it's the day after tomorrow. Yay! So it's going to get delivered in time for her to take it. Finally, something is concluded. It's about 2.5 hours later now. We're just having a little break for apple pie, custard and squirty cream. I managed to get all the cars in the fleet registered for the congestion charge. It's like a taggy thing, so when they go past certain places in London where you have to pay a congestion charge, it will just come automatically out by direct debit. And also the DART charge, which is a different thing. So you have to register them separately. So that's all done. I've been doing some filing, I've been snapping receipts with an app and getting those logged in. What else I've been doing? Filing paid invoices. I know it's all go. And lots more to come shortly when we've eaten all the pie. I'm microwaving IB's because he likes his custard and his pie hot. I definitely like my custard cold. What about the pie? I think I'll microwave the pie and then add the cold custard and, you know, just for extra treatiness, bit of squirty cream. There's IB's. It's about 6 o'clock now. This has been a bit of a chatty vlog today because obviously for a big chunk of the day I haven't been able to film, so that's how I'm managing that. I am working again tomorrow, so 2 days this week. Well, kind of 2-part days. They're not 2 very full days, but full enough. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to watch more videos from this channel, please hit the subscribe button and give the video a like if you liked it, if you would like to help the channel to grow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!